Hello!
Yay!
We just lost a lot of viewers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. First, I just want to make sure everyone can hear us okay, because I did an audio tweak before the show. Classic moment. I just want to make sure you can hear us before we get too deep into the show. And like 15 minutes later, everyone's like, we can't hear you
guys. We can't hear you guys.
So I just want to welcome everyone to the Wild Wild West. I'm just kidding.
Nope.
Okay, great. I know people can hear it. I just verified it on my end. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to Ginger Runner Live, episode number 316. Today is a very, very special episode.
It is?
It is. Because we are recognizing so many people who participated in the biggest Ginger Runner Global Run yet.
Yep, this is our 5th year of doing it. And
this off, actually.
Just going to go ahead and turn the air conditioner off.
It's going to get warm. 5th time that we've done Ginger Runner Global Run, and by far the biggest. We took what was normally a single-day event that brought people from around the world together in fall. Usually it's in October.
Usually there's a lot of people that are like, it's so cold, we need to have it earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm. We decided to make it 7 days long and in the middle of summer. And we're going to tell you all about it and what happened in the last 7 days on tonight's episode. And we're going to give away a ton of awards. We're very, very excited. So welcome, everyone, to the Ginger Runner Global Run Awards Show. Starts now.
Ginger Runner.
Yay! Welcome, everybody, to Ginger Runner Live, episode number 316. I almost just started introing
what are we doing?
Ginger Runner Global Run Show. Thank you for spending a little bit of your busy Tuesdays with us.
Nailed it.
This is our annual tradition every year for the last 5 years. For the last 5 years, we've been hosting an event called the Ginger Runner Global Run, which is normally a single-day, 2-hour event that brings runners from around the world of all abilities together to challenge themselves in cool and unique ways. This year, our 5th year, because we've been in this crazy global pandemic and because we have many friends and we know a lot of artists that were immediately impacted financially due to everything that's been going on, we wanted to move Ginger Runner Global Run up. We wanted to make it a bigger experience for everybody, and we wanted to give back to those artists and to small businesses and stuff. We wanted to help try to keep some people afloat. So this year, we decided to turn the event into a 7-day, week-long celebration of athletes, running, surprises, and we came up with 7 unique challenges to sort of throw our runners for a loop.
And we also moved it up by a few months, too.
Yes. So basically, over the last week, every day was a different challenge, and runners from around the world got to participate in these challenges and accumulate their miles and their VERT with the overarching goal of running 24,901 miles, which is the equivalent of running around the center of the earth. Well, we're happy to report that the 7 days went great. And on Sunday evening at around 8 p.m. Pacific, we surpassed our weekly goal.
We were sweating a little bit. I was pretty optimistic throughout the week. I was like, we are going to nail it. We are running around the world. And you were like, I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to Sunday evening. And I'm like, no, we got this. We got this. Yeah, we were refreshing our phones like crazy.
Every 5 minutes. So in the end, we have a lot of people to recognize tonight and a lot of companies and individuals who helped make this thing happen. But in the end, we managed to accumulate 27,147 miles. Further, even beyond that, 2.4 million feet of VERT were accumulated over the course of the week. That's equivalent, I think I did the math, it was equivalent to summiting Mount Everest like 86 times, starting at sea level. And going up and down the Empire State Building like 1,700 times. So it was ridiculous.
No big deal.
No big deal at all. I just want to make sure that our video and audio is still sounding good. YouTube is telling me that YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. And I'm like, this is plenty of video. And I'm sure you're receiving a lot of it. So I just want to make sure everything looks and sounds good on everyone's end there. So before we get into the week of accomplishments and sort of celebrating each day individually and some of the bigger challenges and stuff like that, we do have individuals that we would like to thank at the top of this episode and the top of every episode. Our Patreon supporters, our GR crew, as we like to call them, they are the reason that we're able to do GRGR. We were able to move it up and plan it over the course of the last couple of months, that we're able to do this live show, all of our reviews and films and everything. It is because of our Patreon crew. So patreon.com/thegingerrunner, of all levels. We have lots of people there, and it's just, it's been amazing to have them support us through all of this, and we're able to do it because of them. Two individuals in particular at that top tier: Brian Sands, who's been a longtime supporter, just an incredibly inspiring individual, and Chris Lee out of Hong Kong. Both of those guys have just been, have really, really given up a lot to help us and to help make this happen. So shout out to those two individuals for helping us for so much. You might have noticed this. It looks quite small, but I assure you, it is actually quite large.
It's large.
This is this is ours. This is our personal GRGR plaque to sort of recognize this year. But Aravipa Artworks is hooking us up this year, and they're doing all of our awards and trophies to all of our winners from GRGR 5th year. So this one is
so good.
It looks so good. You can see the depth on there. You can see like the shadow box effect and stuff. So every winner that we announced tonight will receive a trophy. If it's a daily award, it might be a little bit smaller than this. If it's the weekly award, it might be big like this. But we're just so excited to work with them and, again, help another small business do something really cool and join up a GRGR. I think that's good. I don't want to touch it. It's going to fall. So we don't have all the awards here because they're going to make them specifically for our winners. But they did they did hook this up. So big shout out to Rebecca at Aravipa Artworks for making that happen. Just beautiful, beautiful looking thing. We also want to recognize a lot of the companies and businesses that help make GRGR happen. Elevation Culture hooked everybody up with those wonderful wooden medals and keepsakes, magnets that everyone got. Rabbit brought it this year with probably some of the softest t-shirts in existence. So we're really, really happy that we got to work with Rabbit. Everyone that got a t-shirt, we ended up selling out within 12 hours, multiple rounds of t-shirts.
They went fast.
So we're really, really thankful to everyone who managed to get a shirt. We hope you enjoyed these as well.
And if you did a pre-order, you're going to enjoy them when you receive them.
Yes. The final round of pre-order shirts are going to end up shipping out at the end of August, I believe. We're so excited for people to have these shirts. So yeah, Rabbit Apparel, Elevation Culture, a huge shout out to Territory Run Company. Brett and Allie at Territory were the people behind the scenes that were packaging up everything, sending it to all of our runners across the world.
Some of you may have exchanged emails with them.
They are great.
Yeah, they nailed it.
Second year of working with them. They're a Portland-based company. We love working with them because they're friends of ours too. They just do a great job. So we're so thankful to have their leadership and support throughout the event as well. Johnny Bertram, the amazing artist who designed the logo for this year's GRGR. And then, of course, I want to recognize some of the smaller brands that have been offering up very special discounts for our GRGR runners this year. Squirrel's Nut Butter, Spring Energy, Trail Butter, Y East Wolfpack, Victory Sport Design. If you are a registered runner, go check out your digital download pack if you haven't already done that. I know that the event is over, but you can still use those discounts, and they are great.
Everybody's like, I love that shirt. I love that shirt. I love that shirt. Yes, it is the softest.
And finally, before we get into the awards and stuff, everyone who registered for this year's GRGR supported some of our favorite artists. We chose 6 of our favorite artists and photographers that, again, were financially impacted by COVID-19. They were immediately out of work. Races were canceled. Their income was canceled. So we put together this beautiful pack of postcards. There's 12 postcards, 2 from each of our 6 artists. And every registration has a portion that will go directly to these artists. So I'm very excited that we raised over $12,000 that's going to go to these 6 artists. And that feels really good.
Huge thank you to everyone who registered. All levels help contribute to that.
Yeah, all levels contributed to it. So a shout out to our artists, Matt Trappy, Hillary Matheson, Glenn Takayama, Nikki Frumkin, Howie Stern, and Ryan Thrower. Some of our favorite photographers and artists. And again, the digital download has all links to their websites where you can go buy more prints if you want to support them even further. Their Instagrams if you want to just follow and watch them create new cool stuff. For example, Nikki Frumkin, who's the painter, the fantastic artist, she's creating like cloth, I think fabric right now. Some really cool.
I think she's doing designing some masks as well.
She's doing some amazing stuff right now.
Yeah, she's incredible.
We're very, very happy to have supported those artists. I think I might be ready. Maybe.
I think we should get in because we do have a lot to go over today. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of people to celebrate.
Yes.
This is exciting. I'm excited. I'm ready.
I am also ready.
I'm getting very hot already.
It's because I turned the AC off. I am so sorry. So again, I'm just going to show you some photos. Here is just just a taste of some of the amazing photos that are out there from people celebrating the entire week of GRGR. You can go follow the hashtag GRGR2020. There are thousands of photos and people documenting their week in running form and VERT form and various sort of sport. We are just so happy to have so many wonderful people participate in this year's GRGR.
Yeah, and I also encourage you to click on the photos and read the captions and the stories that, like on Instagram. There's some incredible stories being shared amongst the GRGR community.
Yep. So that's just a little taste of some of the images and stuff like that we're going to explore and talk about tonight. So we kind of figured the best way to go about this would be to go through our daily awards since we had 7 days of challenges. Each day was a unique and surprise challenge, so no one knew what was in store. So we can start with there, or we can start with some stories. Do you want to start with some stories? Anything like that? I might.
Yeah, we can start with some stories. As I was mentioning, there's a lot of good stories being shared, a lot of journeys being talked about. We had an amazing amount of people that PR'd all sorts of distances this week, PR'd time on feet, PR'd amount of gain. It was pretty neat. I pulled this one story. This is from Aaron Holden. Aaron Holden on Instagram says, last day of GRGR, today's challenge was to run as many miles as you can or want. For me, a person who's been coming back from pregnancy/childbirth, that totaled 3 miles. Will I win an award? No. I mean, you don't know. Did I do all the vertical climbing? There isn't a ton around, but I have learned a lot over the last 7 days. 1, the 2 full 30-day rounds of Jillian Michaels I've done since the end of March have been worth it. I feel stronger and better equipped to keep the miles going. 2, I can still run a 10K comfortably. 3, my kids are heavy. They're also game for a good run though, so it's worth it. 4, I'm no longer scared of hills or heat and humidity. I had to get my runs done in the middle of the day when it was in the 90s with humidity levels around the same level. I can do it, and I just have to get out the door. So thank you, Ethan and Kim, for putting on a kick-ass week-long event. Next week is GRGY, Ginger Runner Global Yoga, right? Let's get ready for next year. So I appreciate you sharing your story, Aaron. There was a lot of stories of parents pushing the kiddos around and like carting kids around all week. All the congratulations to you who are parenting and getting after it at the same time. It's always really inspiring. That's
always one of our favorite things to see is the families that get after it. You know, like the parents maybe are runners and the kids are like, but you'll see them either in strollers or maybe out participating with their family. That always just does it for me.
It's so fun.
It makes it so cool. I want to share this story from someone named Noella who participated in this week's GRGR as well. My name is Noella, and I took part in the GRGR 2020. What an amazing experience, an extraordinary way to reignite the passion many have for the simple joy of running. I am a former high-performance Paralympian. I ran on Team Canada as a visually impaired runner. I unexpectedly started losing my vision in 2002 and harnessed the power of sport to cope and project forward. I was a triple gold medalist in the 2009 IBSA Pan American Games and ranked 6th in the world at the IPC World Championships in 2011. I loved to run. In hindsight, perhaps too much. My identity became so wrapped up in being a runner, I forgot I was also a daughter, wife, and friend. My life revolved around running as I set my sights on London 2012. In 2012, my mom suddenly passed away and my athletic career came screeching to a halt. I was devastated, I was lost, and I lost myself. It took many years off of running and have slowly come back to running over the last few years. I completed my first marathon last year, but have always had an incredibly hard time letting go of my competitive side and self-disgust at my new running times. The self-critic was constantly sabotaging my joy of running and competing. The challenge has been so enlightening on so many levels. As organizers, you have amazingly and rather nimbly put together a challenge that runners of all levels and capabilities can participate in, nonetheless through a world pandemic. Secondly, the focus on art and the beauty of the communities in which we live gave athletes an opportunity to view running through a new lens. Although I am visually impaired, I enjoyed seeking out picturesque photos to share and looking at other participants' pictures. I am now a mother, and I felt like such a good example to my two-year-old daughter as I left each morning to run with joy, bliss, and beauty. The true meaning of a run. She posts a link where she's running with her daughter. I don't really have any art to share, but simply wanted to share my word and thoughts as a very satisfied and happy visually impaired participant. Thank you. Warm regards, Noella Clowitter. That touched me pretty immensely, just because we work really hard to make this event accessible to so many. And we're really, really proud. We're really proud of all of you.
Yeah.
Because you've truly taken something that we just looked at as like a fun opportunity to bring the world together and turn it into something far beyond anything we ever expected. And this week, without a doubt, is no exception.
And also your openness to share your stories, share your personal struggles or your experiences, especially during the time that we're going through right now. We love it. It's incredible.
Kimosabe says, is Ethan tearing up already? Yeah. If you were in this side of the microphone thinking about the last 7 days and reflecting upon just how special it became, I would hope that you would also be tearing up, because it is truly an emotional experience for both Kim and I. We never thought that we would be here at this point. So let's get into giving stuff away. All right. So 7 days of challenges. Let's just start with each individual day of challenges.
And we hope you guys enjoyed the 7 days, like the surprise. I know some people were like, oh, I'm a planner and this really stresses me out. But maybe that taught you something maybe a little new for yourself, or maybe it gave you a little bit more confidence and maybe like planning on the fly.
We saw a lot of people who have participated in years previous, like, oh, I know what they're going to do. But we had this plan for a while, and I was like, you guys don't have any idea. So it all started with Monday, which we called our tour guide challenge. We wanted to see the various places that you live and run and adventure. And we wanted you to sort of give us a guided tour of something special, a special place, a special route, somewhere cool that you run near and around. So we're very excited that the winner, and the winner for this one was essentially chosen at random. And we're actually really happy with the person that ended up winning.
Yes.
Because they did such a fantastic job of giving us an actual tour guide. So Kim,
he nailed it. The winner for Monday's tour guide challenge is Simon Fitzmaurice. And Simon gave us a tour around London. Took us around to various locations and also did the extra work of giving us descriptions of where he was actually taking us, which I thought was really cool.
It's super cool. And you can see there, that's his Instagram account if you want to go follow him and stuff like that. But he gave us a picture by picture by picture, sort of step by step look around his location. So we were really, really happy about that. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, boy.
That's what I wanted. We didn't have a guest today. So a shout out to Simon. Thank you so much for the wonderful tour around your neighborhood. You will win a wonderful award.
And Ingen says, love seeing everyone's tours. We thought it was a great way to kick off the week, just to have everybody kind of introduce themselves and show us where they are running. And some people had to get really, really creative, maybe due to COVID restrictions. So some people's tour guide was maybe just their yard or even just inside their workout room.
Yeah.
But it was really, it's always very moving to see people from all over the world participating.
This was sort of the first stage of the week, and we were seeing stuff from around the world, and it was kind of one of those, oh yeah, this is going to be big this year. We're very excited. So nice job, Simon. Thank you very much for participating in Monday's challenge. Moving on to Tuesday. So Tuesday's challenge, we wanted to be a bit of a surprise, let people get a little bit creative. In their day, we knew that they were going to probably do a run, but the challenge became the Tuesday Tri-Day Challenge. So you had to come up with a couple of additional activities in addition to running and make your own, essentially, triathlon.
We gave you guys all the freedom for creativity that you could have. We had some incredible entries. I think you're seeing on the screen right now, somebody baking bread. We had people doing the traditional swim, bike, run. We had a lot of people incorporating yoga. We had salsa dancing.
Yeah.
We had all sorts of really cool things.
Yeah, cross-country skiing on gravel in Alaska. No big deal. Dog agility, that's one of my favorites. But Kim, the winner?
So the winner for the Tuesday Tri-Day is Callie Spurgas. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. And Callie did a dog walk, a run, and taco making / eating.
Nice job, Callie or Kaylee.
Kaylee?
Yeah, one of the two. But another winner that was essentially chosen at random by everyone who participated and created some cool things. I'm glad that one won because of tacos. Like, let's be honest. Making tacos and eating tacos should be part of a triathlon. So congratulations to Kaylee. On Wednesday, we started getting into like the real workout side of things.
Yeah, so we kept Monday and Tuesday a little more casual.
Mm-hmm.
And then for us in general, Wednesdays are workout days. So it's the day of the week that we really push our own personal limits. So we thought, why not incorporate that into GRGR this week?
Right in the middle of the week, let's make you run a 10K. So Wednesday became our Workout Wednesday challenge, aka the 10K challenge. Wait for it. There's going to be some photos that pop up here. There it is. So we asked people to go out there and run their fastest 10K that they could. There was no pressure to do so. So if 10K wasn't in their wheelhouse, they could have done any distance. And a lot of people did multiple distances, but 10K was essentially what we were hoping to see some times for. So for this one, we actually have two winners. We have both female and male times, fastest times, starting with, let's start with Claire's. Claire DeVoe with the fastest female 10K time of 38 minutes and 5 seconds. Amazing.
So fast.
Claire crushed it. And Claire's won multiple things that we've hosted before. She is just an absolute stellar athlete.
Including Tiger Claw.
So shout out Claire.
I also want to give a shout out to Maria Dalzat, who I believe is in the chat room right now. Maria could have chosen like a flat or a net downhill 10K to do, but she literally did.
Oh God, sorry, keep pressing that.
2,500 plus feet of gain for her 10K.
Yeah.
And probably ran it faster than I could run like a net downhill 10K.
Yeah, Maria Dalzat just chose 6 miles straight up. Most people chose 6 miles flat or a little bit downhill.
Yeah.
Maria's like, that's too easy. I need to add a couple thousand feet of vert to my 10K. And the fastest male time came to us from Josh O'Sullivan. I'm gonna totally mispronounce the last name.
Yes.
Horahan. Thank you, Josh O'Sullivan Horahan with a 32:58, and he decided to add like another 9 miles to his total run. So he had
that was mid-run.
He had a 10K in 32:58.
I will never know that life.
Being done with 6 miles in like a half hour, as long as it takes to watch an episode of Friends. I don't know why that was the reference.
All right. I guess that's the reference.
So thank you everyone for participating in Wednesday's workout and just crushing the 10Ks. Like, come on now.
I also just want to recognize that it's not necessarily just always about being the fastest. There's a lot of really cool things happening on Workout Wednesday, the 10K challenge. There's a lot of people that ran their very first 10K ever.
Yeah.
Or like raced their first 10K ever. So congrats to everyone. We saw some smoking fast times. We saw some really cool PRs. And we saw a lot of firsts as well.
A lot of firsts.
Yeah.
And I also want to recognize the fact that I'm realizing we have a spreadsheet here. We have like 37 spreadsheets. There's so much data to sort through here. We had so many participants this year. And when you take it and multiply it by 7 days, just the amount of data to sort through was a lot. So that is why we're doing today's show on Tuesday rather than Monday, because we
barely made it.
We barely stood up off the couch yesterday. It was just all data. We have to give a very, very special shout out to the individual that helped us with all of this data, Micah Foss, who has helped us with Tiger Claw data in the past. And then we sort of asked him like, hey, can you help us sort of congregate all the data and put it into a cool visualization and all that stuff? And Micah's like, absolutely. So big shout out to our data guy, Micah, who was working diligently behind the scenes, updating the live results, the data visualization, organizing the spreadsheets, doing everything to help make us see the data in a way that is very easy and easy to process, because there's hundreds and thousands of entry points here. So
and handled numerous emails from us.
Yeah, I got to give it to Micah just for his patience and like
for dealing with us.
Yeah, for dealing with us, but also just like being happy the whole week. I'm like, yeah, no worries, man. I got that fixed in a couple minutes or whatever. So Micah, thank you.
Yes.
Don't worry. There is a lot of beer coming your way.
You were the glue that held us together this week.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So Micah, we can't wait to see you next year. Helping us again.
Please come back. Please come back.
All right. So Wednesday's workout is done. Then we get to have some fun. So this is also kind of an homage to previous years of GR. I say homage. A lot of people say homage. I like to say homage.
Homage.
Homage reminds me of cheese.
Fromage.
Thursday brought us our GPS challenge. So this is where we wanted people to get artistic. The GPS Artiste Award.
Last year, we were like wowed by what we got. The champion from last year did this amazing desert landscape. It was beautiful. And that was my first like, whoa, people are getting into this.
They take it seriously.
This is really cool. I will also add, I thought the really cool thing to come out, one of the really cool things to come out of Thursday's Artiste Challenge, there's Batman. We had some people saying that they were choosing to speak with their feet. We saw a lot of issues, current time issues being translated into GPS art, which was really powerful for us to see. I personally was blown away by reading things like justice and vote and Black Lives Matter. There's somebody talking about birth control in one of theirs because that is an issue right now as well. It was very cool. It was very cool to see the sentiment of things that matter right now being translated into something really cool like GPS art.
Yeah. We are just incredibly blown away by the GPS art that everyone created. The artistic stylings and everything, like as Kim said, was just astounding. But we had to choose a winner. And I think everyone throughout the week, by the way, that Gus is amazing.
That Gus was so good.
That Gus is so amazing. I don't think anyone doubted who it would be because he was a runner-up in previous years and he decided, I can't be runner-up again. I have got to nail this. It is Bob and Twistle.
Yeah.
Bob and Twistle. Not only, look at this. This is him doing GPS art of both Kim and I sitting on the set. Pretty good. We are blown away by his ability to draw just some of the most incredible art. And just so you know, this was his entry for Thursday's GPS art, but he did art every single day. So every day, all 7 days, he did something.
A little background on Bob. Bob was actually our runner-up last year. And we got a little note from Bob just saying that after experiencing being a runner-up last year, he knew he had to pour everything into figuring out how to win this year. So he actually wrote code.
Yep. And I actually have a little bit of a video for it.
Yeah. So, and go
ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Part of the way his week started off was with the donkey portrait there. Mm-hmm. And it was his first day doing it this week, and he actually ran out of battery on, I think, his phone or his watch, whatever was helping him track. So he ended up having to stand by one of the legs that he was drawing while his wife graciously went and got an extra battery pack for him. So he had to stand still in the direction he was hoping to go until his wife returned with battery.
And that was Monday. That wasn't even the GPS art day.
Yeah, that wasn't even the GPS art day.
He did make a really great video. And I want to remind, we do have a FILMMAKER award later in the show and stuff like that. And I have been putting together the playlist on YouTube for people to go watch a lot of the videos that we're going to talk about today. All the videos that were submitted and stuff like that, I just kind of threw into a playlist. So you can check that out just on the channel. It's the playlist for 2020 Ginger Runner Global Run. But here is I'm going to not show you the whole video because I want you to go watch Bob's video, but this is just sort of a quick peek at what Bob did to make his incredible GPS art.
Right. That just about does it. Right, anyway, let's check this route out. Hang on a moment. There we go, right, where are we? Whoa there. You're probably thinking, how did that happen? Well, let me take you back a few hours and explain my GRGR 2020 GPS art routine. Firstly, I design a route on the computer as a vector graphic. I do this as a continuous line, choosing a route that should be fairly easy to navigate. Once complete, I push this through some homegrown codes to produce a GPS route file. This is then uploaded to Sunto's website, and then from here, I download it to my watch and use it as a navigation tool out on my run. All that's left to do now is get out there and run it. So, cue the music. Here we go.
I won't show you how he actually goes out and does it. I want you to go watch it for yourself. But the fact that he wrote code and drew it with the vector lines, like, come on, man. Absolutely worthy. Total worthiness of this award.
The other thing I love about this is that as a runner-up, like this is not the first time we've seen a GRGR runner-up go next year.
Next year.
I'm doing it for whatever the category was. I loved it.
Congratulations, Bob. Well deserved. Moving on to Friday. Friday was our Photo Friday challenge. I did Friday photo challenge there. Reverse that. What you're seeing.
Challenge Friday photo.
Challenge Faux Friday. These are just some of the photos that people submitted for the photo Friday. Oh my God, Friday photo challenge. The challenge was essentially to go out there on your typical run. You can log long distance if you wanted to, and just try to really compose a beautiful photograph. Look at lighting, look at composition, color, all of that, theme. This was going to be judged by our incredible 6 artists that GRGR supported this year. So we actually had them vote for some of their favorite photographs. What you're seeing now is just kind of a general list of photos that we kind of snagged from the photos there. What you're about to see these are our final 10. So we had 10 photos it narrowed down to, and some of these are just absolutely incredible. And of course, it's not going to let me actually slide through. Oh, there we go. I loved this one.
Oh, I love that one.
The Star Wars photo, Photoshop, which was totally allowed. We didn't say you couldn't do it, and I thought this one was fantastic. Just beautiful look at some cornfields. Another beautiful cityscape, nice wide angle.
That was really cool.
Yeah, the compositions of these were fantastic. This individual submitted numerous just beautiful photographs. Some aerial photography. We had some people use some drones, which was a really nice, unique way of getting the lens up in the air. Beautiful sunsets. People chose to run at sunrise or sunset. Show us some of their incredible views across the globe. Also show us some of their incredible views closer to Earth. And some people just shot some incredible photos using light. I love that photo. Yeah, just using light and
cool.
Real simple subjects. And we're back to the beginning. But there could only be one. So our winner for the Photo Friday contest, based off of the judging of our wonderful 6 artists, is
Veronica Wasilak.
This is Veronica's photo. One of a handful that she posted, but we loved it. I don't know what it is.
I love this photo.
I love it.
I loved it so much.
It kept drawing our attention. The color, the shadow, how it splits straight down the cow's face. The exposure and the shadow is still visible. You really get a good sense that you're just right there face to face with this.
And also just like the warmth.
Cow. Yeah.
Like, almost feel the sun. It was really, really cool.
Congratulations, Veronica. We're blown away by your photography. So thank you so much for submitting your photos. And thank you everyone for submitting some photos. That was the most difficult, I think, to award.
It was hard to even whittle it down.
We had to take thousands of photos and whittle it down to a handful. Then our photographers sort of whittled it down even further. That was a challenging one because there's just so much good work. And how do you judging art is like, it's one of the hardest things. Everyone's was so good. Everyone's was so good. All right. Shall we move on?
We shall.
Okay. Saturday was, again, kind of an homage to previous GRGRs. Homage. Saturday was our VERT challenge. So the goal this year was you had 2 hours. You had to cram as much VERT as you could into those 2 hours.
So very similar to previous GRGRs where you had the 2-hour window to do what you could.
Yeah. And this was one of those where we were aware of the fact that some people have mountains, some people do not. Some people might also have restrictions in place where they have to be limited to a treadmill or indoors. So we are going to award 4 winners of this category: male, female, outdoor, and male, female on a treadmill, because there are certain treadmills that are designed for VERT, and the numbers don't always equate back and forth to real world versus on a treadmill. So we're going to award 4 winners. And let's start with the treadmill female winner. So within 2 hours, this individual crammed in 1,048 meters of elevation, which when done...
It's 3,438 feet.
Thank you. Marie Claude, congratulations, Marie Claude, with a fantastic effort on the indoor treadmill. Just absolutely cramming into VERT like crazy.
That's just really hard. That's a hard effort. Absolutely.
And our male winner on a treadmill, Seth Manthe, with 8,621 feet of VERT.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts everywhere. Absolutely painful just thinking about that. Now, our winner for outdoor VERT, female, is Corinne Saylor with 4,464. Tons of VERT in the 2-hour time limit.
Yeah.
And finally, this was an incredible performance. Our male outdoor, Brian Snyder. Brian Snyder on Saturday did 5,833 feet of VERT. Unbelievable.
Brian, he did some work last week.
That 1 day total is more than a lot of people got all week. Yes. Brian did at least that almost every single day. Like, he was basically anywhere between like 4,000 and like 100,000 feet of VERT every day. The man was out there working the mountains, and it was all outdoor. It's all trackable. He did videos almost every single day as well. So he shows the routes that he's going on. He's here in the Pacific Northwest, and the mountains that he chose to use for his VERT.
And to do like repeats on.
He did repeats on him. That's kind of the astounding thing, is there's this peak called Mailbox Peak. It's a very common or very popular hike. He did it like twice on Saturday to get 5,800 and some feet. Like, he basically went up, didn't get to the top. He's like, I'm going to turn around and get more. And he got more. And he summited, and he got a little bit more at the end too.
He also and just the fact that he was filming too, because it takes extra effort to try and film.
Yeah, he brought his camera along. So some of his videos are in the playlist as well. Recognizing Brian is an honor, because he really did cram in the VERT on Saturday. Then comes the final day of the week.
Sunday. The free-for-all challenge.
So the free-for-all challenge was essentially, let's try to get as many miles as we can. There's no time limits. There's no distance or speed limits. There's nothing. You just get to go. You can run short if you want to run short. You've had a busy week.
Trail, road, whatever you want.
You can go long. You can go all day. And we had a lot of people go almost all day, which is pretty incredible. We had multiple people actually go from Saturday into Sunday. So we had to kind of do some of the math and figure out like where on Sunday did their activity pick up, so that mileage counts. That's just kind of nuts to think that people were like, I got the weekend, let's just do multiple days all at once. So we get to recognize 2 individuals for this amazing distance feat. And let's start with the dude. The male.
So the male winner for the free-for-all most miles ran 53.5 miles. And this goes to Tom Ralph. So you'll see on Tom's Strava that the activity says that it started on Saturday. So it actually started about 11:50 p.m. on Saturday.
Yes.
So the bulk of his miles were after those 10 minutes of Saturday were done.
We verified all of this.
Yeah.
This is a lot of what yesterday was spent, was verifying.
I was bothering people with emails yesterday, being like, hey, I need to know now.
Yeah.
Sorry to bother you, but I need to know right now.
We need to know now. So yeah, that was 11:50 p.m. Saturday start, and then it went well into Sunday. So congratulations, Tom Ralph, on that. And finally, our free-for-all female winner, Elizabeth Phillips Jones, with 50.02 miles on Sunday. A huge shout out to Elizabeth on absolutely smashing this one out of the park.
Elizabeth did 1 mile loop repeats around her neighborhood and chalk marked every loop that she was doing. In addition to doing, I think, 44 of those, she did additional running. Her Instagram photos are incredible.
Seriously, if you want to be inspired, and again, as Kim said, and it says so on her Strava activity too, she did 1 mile repeat. She did 44 of them and then got like an additional run in there as well. Running 1 mile 44 times around her block and doing chalk marks and stuff like that. The picture on her Instagram is hilarious because she's basically passed out in her front lawn, just like, ugh. But a huge shout out to her for absolutely smashing it on Sunday. And we had multiple people do big, long runs all week as well. So there's multiple people that logged 50 miles or more at various points during the week, not knowing that Sunday's challenge was the long run challenge.
That was part of the fun for us too. I think 'cause you'd see somebody go like hammer out like a massive VERT day and we'd be like, oh, you should have saved that.
Yeah. We had it was the same thing with GPS art with like Bob. It was just like,
yeah,
oh,
like,
Bob.
oh man, does he know?
Bob, wait, man, just wait.
Save something.
And then you realize, oh no, he's doing this every day.
He's just practicing.
He's just practicing for his GPS art. So now we get to give away some of the big awards. So these are recognizing people that all week just brought it. We have 4 award categories. One is the creativity awards. Some people got really creative this year with all sorts of things, whether it's literally getting artistic or kind of doing creative things that were influenced by previous year's GRGR. It was really kind of a free-for-all and just allowed people to sort of get in the spirit of GRGR and kind of bring the global community together in a fun, unique way. In addition to that, we have the Filmmakers Award, which is my personal favorite, seeing people create week-long videos and edit them down and have a very short time window to get it edited. And
there's always tears in this house when we're watching them.
Yeah.
And a lot of laughing.
This year, apparently everyone's a comedian now because it was so funny. There's so many funny videos. In addition to most vert through the week, so we're going to recognize the individuals that accumulated the most vertical feet over the course of the week, as well as the most miles run over the course of the week. So let's start, what do you think, with creativity?
Yeah, let's do creativity. This is a fun one.
This is a fun one, a fun award. We get to sort of recognize some individuals. Let's start with some of our honorable mentions.
Love it.
So these are honorable mentions, people who did get creative, and we just want to recognize because they are a great part of GRGR year after year. Starting with our good friend Mubarak. Mubarak, who lives in Doha, decided this year, he's been jealous apparently in the past of the donut challenge. I don't know why, but he decided to eat 42 donuts over the course of the week. And every day ate essentially 6 donuts. He ended up eating 42.2 donuts.
I look forward to Mubarak's videos with every event that we do. Every event.
He is one of the funniest, nicest dudes. I just get so excited when I see him post a video or anything like that. So Mubarak, thank you so much for going the extra effort this year and shouting back to previous GRGRs with the donut challenge because I believe, were the only person to eat donuts this year.
42 donuts.
But 42.2 donuts, basically relating to kilometers, which is the marathon, that sort of thing. And his package of GRGR stuff arrived during his last run. It arrived during his last run. And he made a great video. Again, it's in the playlist. I encourage you to go watch that as well. Another runner-up, Rika Rossing. Rika, with the amazing art, painted the GRGR logo on a piece of wood, sort of a commemorative plaque that they decided to paint and share with one another for the week, just getting that creative spirit
and
going.
She did it with a Hawaiian twist.
Mm-hmm.
She painted a local...
View? Yeah.
That's the word. I was like, what is that? What do you call it when you see something?
View.
My brain is mush.
Aaron Holden did some really cool chalk art where each day of the week was represented with an arch there. And they completed the week with there's a cool like time lapse of them doing the chalk art.
Aaron is the same one that I told the story about in the beginning. I think Aaron is in the chat room. You can feel free to share your Instagram handle if you want in the chat room. There's a great time lapse, which we couldn't pull that video out to show it, but there's a really awesome time lapse of Aaron drawing.
And this is really neat. This is really, really neat. Our winner for the Creativity Award this week, Kim,
is Timothy Doty. Timothy made custom posters for every single day, every challenge, which means Timothy didn't have the information beforehand
Yeah.
and put in the work every day to create a custom poster.
On his Instagram each day, he would post the new photo, new poster. Yeah, proving that he was doing the work in real time with the challenges, which is, as someone who does graphic design, I just recognize the fact that it takes a lot of work and a lot of creativity. So Tim, or Timothy, whichever you prefer, just want to recognize the amazing talent and the work that went into that. So congratulations, my friend. You are the winner of the Creative Award for 2020.
Yay. It was very cool. We love seeing, I don't know. It's like, we love seeing that you guys care and that you're taking time to put the extra effort in. It's very cool.
All right. So shall we do, let's do VERT.
Just really quickly, Trisha in the chat room is asking, where is the playlist accessible? So the playlist for the GRGR videos is on the Ginger Runner YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's on the channel that you're watching this live stream on right now. There's a playlist section. You can go to the playlist section, and there's a bunch of playlists from like reviews and films that I've done to GRGR Ginger Runner Global Run 2020 playlist. It has everyone's videos that I've sort of added to the playlist. And there's still some that have not been added because maybe they weren't submitted in time. But I've just, you can search GRGR 2020 on YouTube and you'll pull up a whole bunch as well, which is pretty cool. And you can go back to previous years and see other people's editions and stuff like that. So now let's recognize VERT for the week. Let's start with female, because I believe, let's start with female. Most VERT accumulated over the course of the week. You want to recognize first? Because you have the name there.
Do I want to recognize first?
Yeah, recognize the first, the runner-up sort of individual.
The runner-up.
Recognize. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a very close call with the women for the overall weekly VERT. So the runner-up for the weekly VERT is Melissa Vaught. And Melissa did something very cool.
Yeah.
Melissa did a double tiger claw. She did a double tiger claw alone with the help of the support of her wonderful partner, Eugene.
Yeah.
And we got to go witness Melissa crushing it out there on Tiger Mountain last week. On Friday.
So she did her 50 miles on Friday, going up and down Tiger Mountain 6 times. Monstrous effort, and one of very few people to have ever done a double tiger claw. I believe the second human to do it, as far as we know.
That we know of,
Mm-hmm. But regardless, 16,732 feet of VERT. So a huge shout out to Melissa. We just wanted to make sure that we mention her because that was such an amazing effort on one day.
Yes.
That we wanted to recognize that. Our winner, though, for females, for VERT for the week is
Mandy Croach. I don't know if I'm saying your last name right.
Yeah,
Croach?
We've been saying Croach. So Mandy Croach with 18,116 feet. Really, really great story from both Mandy and her husband. Mandy and Dallas went up to Tahoe to do GRGR at altitude. They took a week off of work. They went out there to just explore and log miles and log VERT and just have fun. And it was really, really cool to follow along.
Yeah, they kind of figured that they weren't going to get any other type of holiday this year. So they took the opportunity to be like, hey, it's GRGR week. Let's go find somewhere beautiful and just camp out and run every day.
And I believe that she just started running in the fall, which is, I just learned that today. Someone mentioned that to me. I believe it was Ingen that mentioned that Mandy, I think you're new to running, which is the fact that you have 18,000 feet, 18,116 feet. Amazing. The male winner of the VERT challenge, we have a video.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You go ahead.
Yeah, this is for outdoor. Yeah. We have a video from our male winner outdoor VERT challenge. The winner is Brian Snyder.
Okay. GRGR 2020, day 1, tour guide. I'm taking you up Mailbox Mountain here in Snoqualmie Pass. It's a beautiful day. I'm actually going for a PR with vertical today. So a personal record of 120 minutes. See how much vert I can get. Hoping for 6. Ready? Here we go. And it begins. That's it. I did it. 6,070 feet 2 hours. Mission accomplished.
I won't show you the whole video. Brian has a bunch of videos that he sort of documented the whole week. He dedicated that week to outdoor vert and basically getting up and down Mailbox Peak, a bunch of different local peaks and stuff like that. And as you heard there, that was Monday's workout. 2 hours, 6,080 feet of vert. So he actually did better on
like more vert on Monday than most people get in their like entire week.
Like multiple weeks. So congratulations to Brian on winning our most vert over the course of the week outdoor. And finally, we do have a third most vert of the week. We have to recognize Alec Wong. Alec Wong gets our award for most vert of the week because by the way, Brian, on treadmill. So Brian had 42,274 feet of vert last week. Brian had 42,000 feet of vert. So in addition, we have a treadmill highest vert as well. So Alec Wong dedicated his entire week to getting on that treadmill, that vertical trainer, and getting as many feet of vert as possible on the machine, staying indoors. And Alec crushed it with a 51,204 feet week. 51,000 feet of vert on that treadmill. And so Alec, you also get an award because that was the highest number all week.
Yeah.
We have to recognize the fact that you did that. And it blew our minds and kept our jaw on the floor every day. He posted the vert and we're just like, how is he doing this? So congratulations to both Alec Wong, Brian Snyder, and Mandy Croach. Insane week when it came to vert.
Insane.
Shall we do most mileage?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So we also want to recognize the most miles accumulated over the course of the week. Let's start with the dudes.
Men.
Sure.
So we have a most miles runner-up.
Oh,
Or
sorry.
we're starting with the winner. You
Sorry.
already got it up.
I already did. It's okay.
Thought we'd do runner-up first. Most miles runner-up was Trevor Medding, and Trevor accumulated 129.9 miles this week. And the winner for most miles for men, as you probably already saw, is Dallas Croach, who we just mentioned, Mandy. Dallas ran 155 miles. 155 miles this week. Like mountain miles.
Mountain miles too, like at altitude. So that's Dallas and Mandy there. Mandy won the most vert over the course of the week. So they both basically got 155 miles and tons of vert over the course of the week. So shout out to both of them. And yes, a runner-up Trevor. Sorry, I didn't see that. The spreadsheet text is small. My eyes are, I'm old.
It's okay.
But with 129 for the runner-up and 155 for the first most mileage accumulated male.
And speaking of 155, as Ethan just mentioned, the woman runner-up for most miles is Mandy Croach as well with 155 miles. And our winner for most miles for the women
And overall
is 160.7 miles, Elizabeth Phillip Jones.
This number is insane. 160.7 miles. Elizabeth Phillips Jones accumulated all of this running the PCT and long sections of Southern Oregon trails around Crater Lake. Here she is. This is what was great.
This is one of my favorite things this week.
Throughout the week, Elizabeth was like, I'm going to run to the California border and back. So she'd hop onto the PCT and go run to the California border on the PCT, turn around, and then run back. So she'd do 30-mile runs.
This one particular photo is from the day that she was just like, I'm going to run to the California border. And so she did. And it's incredible. Congratulations on your massive, massive weeks, everyone.
And Elizabeth won outright. She had the most miles accumulated out of
everyone.
160.7. So a huge congratulations to Elizabeth and Mandy and Dallas and Trevor. We appreciate all of you for what you did out there last week.
And the other cool thing that happened this week, and we just want to acknowledge that we had several people run over 100 miles this week. Some people were running their very first 100-mile weeks. I think Maria Dalza literally just left the chat room to go back to work.
No.
But we just want to recognize a few people that did run over 100 miles, including Elizabeth Phillips Jones, Mandy and Dallas, Trevor Medding, Josh O'Sullivan-Hurahan, Troy Hazler, Maria Dalzot, who ran her first 100-mile week, and Anik Thompson.
Those individuals ran more than 100 miles last week. Many of them a lot more than 100. It wasn't just like 100 and done. It was like 100 plus.
And we had a number of people in the 90 to 100 range as well.
Yes. So a huge
cool.
shout out to those individuals for just logging the miles last week and really contributing to our ultimate goal of running around the world, 24,901. It is amazing to be able to list off those names and say these people ran 100 miles last week. The final award. We love to recognize individuals who filmed their week, sort of document it in fun and creative ways, edit it together in a very short amount of time, and get it uploaded. It's kind of the YouTuber's life. That's kind of the challenge of the Filmmakers Award is how can you create something and have it be a great story, have it be funny, or have it be entertaining in a short period of time and get it uploaded and submitted in time. So I'm going to show, as always, a couple of runner-ups. We have, I believe, 1, 2.
I think we have 3.
Yeah, I think we have 3 runner-ups and then a winner. We'll start. Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah. We'll start with just one of our favorite contributors year after year with GRGR and Ginger Miss.
Ginger Miss is what we look forward to her videos every time.
She's wonderful. Heather Reed is one of our runner-ups here. I don't want to show you the whole thing. I promise it gets better.
Oh,
There's
Heather.
horse costumes. There's skeletons. It is hilarious. And Heather,
It is so good.
everything you do, Heather, just makes us laugh uncontrollably. Don't ever stop making videos because we just love them, love them, love them.
Heather's also just like an incredible person and a teacher.
Yeah.
So thank you, Heather, for bringing a lot of joy into our lives.
And again, that her full video is in the playlist as well. You won't want to miss that. And all of these Filmmaker runner-ups and the winner will be in that playlist as well. Another runner-up, I believe this is his first GRGR.
I can't remember.
I believe so. That might not be the case, but the video was so good. There's like special effects and the amount of production value that went into it. Like
It's his 30th birthday.
30th birthday during the video. It took a lot of work. So big shout out to Benjamin Heidegger for creating this beautiful gem. I'll just show you a quick clip.
Dear Ben, we heard your 30th birthday is coming up. What better way to start off your special week than with a surprise running challenge at midnight? Look for more presents to come. Affectionately yours, Ethan and Kim.
So I won't show the whole video again because that was it was a joy to watch. Super funny. He goes through each day, and I don't know how we sent so many gifts to his house. I don't remember writing the letter either.
He lives next door.
Oh, was that? Oh, I knew it. I knew he looked familiar. So thank you, Ben, so much for that video. It was great. It was super, super good.
That was so funny. I enjoyed that one.
Our this one, yeah. Again, people brought the funny this year, without a doubt. This made Kim and I laugh.
This is another runner-up.
We watched it multiple times because the humor it's just really smart. It's another runner-up. Yeah, this is our third and final runner-up. I just wanted to recognize Jennifer Walker for this gem.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say the title of her video is A Mid-Pack Legend Takes on GRGR.
What day is it?
Day 1, baby. GRGR 2020. All right. It is the tour guide challenge today.
Why here?
Yeah, well, I mean, the lake is pretty and everything, but we're supposed to pick a place that's unique. And what's more unique than running along the Hayward Fault Line, one of the most active in the world? When the big one happens, it's going to be right here, like where I'm standing, like almost exactly.
Is it hard?
No, this is really easy.
Do you do this workout often?
Yeah, like, I don't know, I try to do it like once or twice, like a day, you know? That's my warm-up for like my long runs. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's like easy. I'm bored.
It's day 3,
That's right.
10K challenge.
Woo!
You gonna PR?
Duh. I mean, I took a wrong turn back there like a minute ago, but the rest should be totally flat and fast. Oh, shit.
What is today's challenge?
I'll end it there. It just gets like funnier and funnier the further you go. It was super great. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
We love your humor. It was really, really funny.
Made us laugh.
And Benjamin does confirm first GR.
Awesome. I love that. And so our final award goes to our filmmaker winner. And this one, I don't know, felt really special.
It made me cry.
It made me cry as well. Of course, what doesn't? Right, everybody? Why did I freeze?
Oh, no.
My video looked like it frozen, but I guess it's okay. So without further ado, I'd like to present the winner of the Filmmaker Award, Carl Mascaro.
So this is going to be just my second Ginger Runner Global Run, but the event has a really special place in our hearts. Last year, GRGR 2019 was just a week or so after baby Rafa here was born. And I remember, yeah, it's true. And I remember when we were leaving the hospital, my wife and I were told to use the towel that he was wrapped in after he was born, or the shirts that we were wearing to comfort him. And I just happened to be wearing my GRGR 2019 shirt. And a few days later, I wrapped him up in the shirt and headed out to complete the event. And it was a run that will stick with me forever. It was the first time that I'd had a chance to be alone by myself to process how my life had changed, what I'd witnessed, what was about to come. It was just 2 hours to run and reflect on what was ahead, to feel a bit vulnerable, to feel hope, to celebrate this new life. And I think it's really fitting that this year, as life in Singapore is beginning to reemerge after COVID-19, here GRGR is once again. But this time we get a whole week of it. So our goal for GRGR 2020 is to introduce Rafa to running as an exciting way to explore nature, to explore the world. And with most places in Singapore just reopening this week, it's going to be the first time that Rafa's been able to explore the city where he was born.
A little tour guide.
We'll end it there because I want you to go watch the whole thing.
It makes me cry. I love that. I love it.
I just wanted to take that moment to recognize Carl and his family because they put together the video together and they all make an appearance. And it was the first kind of moment that I really felt like this year brought people together in a really cool and unique way. Stupid.
You got this.
Stupid emotions.
You got this.
It made GRGR feel bigger than what we think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like just sitting here and going through data and looking at numbers and names and Instagram accounts is one thing, but seeing people have a connection to it that is bigger than what this is amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So it obviously is very special to us when we see someone wrap their baby in a GRGR shirt. It certainly takes this to a whole new level for us.
Yeah. It was really, really special.
So
we
thank you,
appreciate Carl and his wife and their baby, Rafa, for sharing their story. It was also extra special, I think, for me because there they're Singapore based.
Yeah, you lived in Singapore.
Yeah, I messaged them after saying like, man, I really want to bring Ethan there one day to show him. It's been so many years since I've been there, and they were like, come on over. We'll share
got
a
extra
beer.
shirts.
You got extra shirts. We'll wrap you in shirts. No, but it's. I think when we see things like this, when we see people living life, but having something as simple as like one of our shirts in their life is really moving, and it really makes us. It really opens our eyes as to how far people are apart, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. The community reach and just like it makes it feel larger but smaller at the same time, if that makes any sense. Closer.
Those are our awards for this year's GRGR 2020. And so honestly, we just have to say thank you so much to everyone who participated this year. It is so easy to throw off a virtual run as something that's lame. And we saw a lot of that this year already. You know, it was virtual runs became really popular as races started getting canceled because a lot of race directors needed to make ends meet. And so virtual runs sort of became the only option. And we want to recognize that all of those runs are very special to those individuals, more so than people might realize. So there's a lot of people that might never want to run a virtual run, and we totally understand that. But what you have done is allowed us to see that it is so much more than just going out and running your own loop over and over again. Why would I pay money to do this, or why would I do that on someone else's time or whatever? Because it's truly become something that in a time when it's really difficult to unite in person, we're still able to unite in a way like this. And for the 5th year now, it just has continued to turn on a light for us. And we get to see a little bit more and a little bit more of who you are and your life and your family and like what you do and how you do it. It is by far one of the most rewarding experiences that we get every year. And that's why it's one of our favorite things to do each year. So we just thank you so much for trusting us and participating and really pushing yourselves. Just as Kim mentioned earlier, the number of personal bests, PRs, longest distances, most miles accumulated, like everyone challenged themselves in their own personal, unique ways.
Yeah.
Around this virtual event. And it was really, really cool to see play out. So we hope that you're proud of yourselves and you're proud of this community, because we ran around the fucking world. 25,000 plus miles accumulated, 27,000. I have the results right here. 27,147 miles. That is 892 participants out of 43 countries, 4,298 runs logged, 6.3 miles average per run, with 570 feet average vert gain per run. 2,471,036 feet of gain accumulated. These are incredible stats. These are stats that are they're mind-blowing. Thank you.
And I also want to just quickly recognize that we had a number of people that register and don't submit results for whatever reason. We've had people that have messaged us saying, man, I got injured just before, so I can't participate. I just want to recognize everybody. I know everybody's on their own journey and going through their own things. And if you can show up when you can show up. And otherwise, do what you can when you can do it. We appreciate you all, whether or not you could run last week or not.
And that, we always want to emphasize that too with GRGRs. You can do as much or as little as you want. It's here for everybody, all abilities. It's completely inclusive. There's no reason why anyone should feel left out of this event, and that you guys prove it year after year. So we're going to wrap up our show because we are exhausted. Again, we have to thank you so much for raising nearly over $12,000 for our artists. You are now going to be able to help 6 individuals pay rent, buy some food, and survive for a couple more months. We want to thank the small businesses that helped contribute to making this event this year possible. I mean, Rabbit deserves a huge shout out because they really
they came through in a big way for us.
Big way for us. And the shirts are, they're the best shirts yet. And that is no lie. They're incredible. And Territory Run Company really stepping it up and helping us do a lot of the fulfillment side of things and all the small brands and stuff like that. If you were a runner or registrant, again, go to your digital download. It has links with coupon codes and stuff that you can use that are GRGR exclusives from those brands. And so as a way to say thank you, go support the businesses because a lot of them are still struggling. And that's going to be it. We're not going to have a GR Crew Member of the Week because you're all GR Crew members. And also, I don't think we pulled one this week, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
We did. We pulled a number of them.
We did. We pulled a number of them. If you are a winner tonight, you're all winners. If you won an award tonight, we will get in touch with you personally.
Yes.
We have your email. We have all that contact. We'll get your shipping address. And
I will be emailing all of you.
Yeah, we'll have Aravipa just basically send you the trophies directly. And yeah, appreciate all of you. Can't wait for next year. I mean, this year just made us go, wow, what else can we do? So stay tuned because GRGR 2021 it'll happen. I'm not going to say soon.
We hope you guys all enjoyed the week and enjoyed the surprise elements of the week. We appreciate you guys showing up.
Thank you. We'll see you next week for more Ginger Runner Live. Get out there, train as hard as you can, virtually race harder, and party the hardest. We all earned it this week. Well done, everybody. See ya.
Bye.